Hello, I'm Frank Black. I taught school for a while, and now I'm retired at the age of 83. December 13th, 1962 is a day that has been burned into my memory. I got up at 3:30 that morning to milk the cows so that I could be ready to go to school at 7 o'clock, where I taught English at Eastern High School in Jefferson County, Kentucky. I went down to the kitchen and gathered my milking utensils, started out the back door when I heard a strange noise from the front part of the house. I put my utensils on the porch and went back toward the front of the house, into the room where Eleanor did her sewing and the kids kept their toys. I saw smoke coming from under the door of the closet where Eleanor kept her sewing materials. I went over to open the door, but the handle was so hot I couldn't touch it. So I ran back to the foot of the stairs and called up to Eleanor to get the 5 kids up immediately, get them downstairs, and follow me out to the car. I went to the downstairs closet, gathered as many of the clothing, the winter clothes that I could gather. In one arm and the other hand, I picked up my box with my important papers in it and ran out to the car. By the time I got there, Eleanor and the kids were there, barefooted and still in their night clothes. I told Eleanor to get into the Buick, take the kids over to our neighbors, the Bryants, who lived about a mile away. Then I turned and ran back to the garage and pushed my tractor out. It was 10 degrees, so I was sure it wouldn't start. I pushed it down the hill away from the garage, then went around to the back, picked up my milking utensils, went to the barn to milk. After I'd finished milking, strained up the milk into the milk cans, I let the cows out, spread the hay on the snow, and chopped holes in the ice over the pond so the cows could drink. Then I went to the shell of a house that we had up on the corner of the property, and I started clearing out the tools and other materials we had stored in there for the winter. Meanwhile, Eleanor had taken the 5 children over to the Bryants, and Mrs. Bryant, Carolyn, and Eleanor had fixed breakfast for them. They alerted the neighbors as to the situation. People started bringing in clothing for the kids, and by the time Mr. Sturgeon arrived there in the school bus, Lynn, Van, and Terry had enough clothes so they didn't have to miss school that day. During the day, I spent clearing out the house and getting it ready for us to move into, since that was the only place we had to live. Neighbors brought by all kinds of furniture and other supplies and food, so that by the time the children were out of school at 3:30 and Eleanor could bring them home, the house was completely furnished and Eleanor had enough groceries and supplies to fix dinner. And to me, this experience was the best illustration of what real neighbors really are. Thank you.